Now, guys, there is cheating, and guess what? There's beyond cheating, and that's what we're about to discuss today. Of course, my name is Margaret Osazua, and I'm not the only one on set today. I have with me the beautiful Tolu. Tolu, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
And Eddie Diong. I hope I pronounced that well.
Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, so guys, here it is. Wife finds out husband of 6 years has secret wife, 3 children, and plans to relocate to Canada. I'll take that again. Wife finds out husband of 6 years has a secret wife, 3 children, and plans to relocate to Canada. Now, this might just seem like, what is this? This is not too much. Let me explain it to you. So, a wife suddenly finds out that a husband of 6 years, who has been telling her to take contraceptives, not to have children, has a secret wife. Now, here's how it goes. A husband has been telling his wife for 6 years, don't take in, don't get pregnant. We are going to plan our finances properly. You see, I'm planning for the future of our children, and I would like for you not to take it. So for 6 years, he has been on contraceptives. And at a particular time, probably 5 or 4, I'm assuming, she had gone to meet her husband and said, baby, I think it's time for us to have children. And he says, no, I don't think it's time. You want to disrupt our future plans. And so she just says, instead of arguing with the man, she goes off the pills. And now the man notices that she goes off the pills and rains fire on her. Why would you do that? You want to disrupt the plans and all of that. So she just lets it go. Now, in her good nature, I want to say this is not the first time she's doing it. She goes off to the man's family with foodstuffs, to just celebrate the family. And the sister of her husband says, I'm sorry, I think I have something to tell you. Please don't tell my brother. And then the sister tells her that her husband of 6 years has a childhood lover who has 3 children for him, and they are planning to relocate. In fact, international visas, everything is ready. In fact, money, everything is ready. And so she thinks like, is this a movie? Is this African magic stuff? So she goes into the room, checks the suitcases, checks the wardrobe. She doesn't find anything. So she goes into the storage room and she finds the visas, money, the plans, everything. And then she's holding it now and saying that she does not know what to do about it. People of God, what will you do? The numbers to call us on
The papers.
Oh, Eddie, do you think she should burn it?
I don't think that's going to really accomplish much.
Okay.
I feel like we should look at this more from a human angle than really looking at documents and all of that. Because I always think that, especially in the world that we live in that has been monetized, but I feel like the greatest gift you can give anybody is time. And she has given 6 years into the marriage, 6 years that she's never going to get back. So if you ask me, I think as sad as the story is, the silver lining is that she didn't have any child for that man, because it's going to enable her to move on. The dating pool is not very fair to single mothers. And the fact that she didn't even take in for him provides the platform to be able to move on. But there's a lot of damage that has been done, so I can't begin to contemplate.
What are you saying she should do with the international?
She can hold it as leverage, but don't burn it. The moment you burn it, you lose the leverage.
Okay, really? So
It can serve you. Actually, I think I will kind of second that, because it can serve as an evidence in court.
That's what. Sorry, I'm sorry.
It can actually concretize. Yes, a ground for dissolution.
Okay. See,
yeah.
all this one is English. Is English. As an African woman, it cannot work. I want to imagine that woman is like probably 35 or 36. No, I see a pre-planned that, oh, this woman has money. Because I failed to add that they have a joint account. Now, you see how joint account works. You are paying money inside. He too is paying money in it, and you are both getting alerts. You are both signatories to this account. So I want to just see, let's not say it's 70-30, that maybe the man is paying 70, she's paying, let's say they're paying 50-50. The same amount comes into the purse. And you're saying that you are planning for her finance, you're planning for the future. You want her to grow. That's the plan. You say you're putting together so that when the children come, they won't suffer. But the children have come. So it's a pre-planting. He sat down with his childhood lover. They thought it through. Because I remember somebody was saying something and said, maybe the childhood lover does not know. That's bad. That's rubbish. It's not possible that the childhood lover does not know. He does not come back home to you. Where does he stay? So I don't know what I want to say. Passport, Lala, you cannot keep it. No. If I say what is in my mind, I'm a professional. I will not say it on air. No. But really, I want to imagine the kind of pain that woman must be going through now. How 6 years and ensure that she's on contraceptives? Why do you think he would have kept her for 6 years and ensured that she was on contraceptives, that she must not get pregnant? What was his motive? What do you think his motive was?
We know the motive. Apparently, he never really placed her in the big picture, more or less. This plan, only God knows how long he has hatched the plan.
So is it possible for somebody to stay with somebody for 6 years and not even have a little love, like small love, chocolate love like this, chocolate love?
Very possible. Because men are actually very logical and women are emotional. You can, like, when they love you, they can go all in for you. But men can still, like, you know, they are more, they think with their head, but women with their heart.
Yeah, but love does not particularly throw logic out of the window, which is why this story, for me, I cannot understand how you can be with somebody for 6 years and miss all of these details. So, just like she said, let's just rule it and see it was because of love. And, you know, sometimes, of course, love would naturally come with trust. And she probably didn't see the flags, didn't see...
So I'm going to quote you where you said that you don't understand how for 6 years she was with this man and she didn't see it. Are we talking about men? Are we talking about your gender?
Yeah.
How?
No, but
people that can hide something, that you can keep something like this. Somebody will do like cannot find it.
It's a very long. It's a very long con.
She was in the same house with the man, and it's very possible that the man. It's like a man that has 2 wives in separate homes.
Yeah,
he wants to keep the both of them happy. Obviously, we keep this one happy and keep that one happy now. It's not rocket science now. Obviously, that was what he was doing. Keeping the home front was big. How do you explain, if she had known that her husband was probably doing 1 or 2 things outside, she would not be carrying food stuff. Well, we are African women. I'll be carrying food stuff to your family to be serenading them when you are giving me hell in the house. How does that work? Explain it to me.
Why do I actually feel that maybe she had an instinct told her? Because women are sensitive.
Cheating is one thing.
Ha.
This one is beyond cheating, though. This one is, you know, when I said there's cheating and there's extreme. This one is extreme. I don't even know the word to qualify this one. When a man is cheating, you know that he's cheating. You know that, okay, is this woman? No. This one, he cheated. He has 3 children. And my pain is the fact that he put this woman on the pill. You don't understand. It's more like, okay, she was with your plan. She followed through that, okay, yes, let's save up in a joint account for the future of these kids. And then at some point, she just thought about it. I'm not getting any younger. I think even if it's 1, let me have a child. And she went off
it would
the pill.
be nice
and you noticed
to know how old the woman is in all of this. No, the reason I'm saying this is because I don't understand why she would even buy into that suggestion in the first place. Because I may not be a medical expert, but
menopause,
but I've heard that women are more productive. The younger you are, the more productive you are. So, you know, apart from the flimsy excuse of having to plan their finance, we see, you know, thousands and millions of couples, you know, see how they can eke out a living and still raise children. So it doesn't really make any sense for you to say, okay, we are trying to build our finances and you are losing your prime years.
It's love.
Wickedness. Wickedness, that's not love.
It's no. She fell in love. See, you said something.
No, on the part of the man, actually.
Yeah.
Not.
You said something. You said love comes with trust for some persons. So she trusted this man. This man was like a saint. Some persons don't have children because they're planning their finances.
Yeah, but
like, don't bring a child when you don't have anything.
Yeah, but I see that they say, okay, let's give ourselves a year, but 6 years, come on.
I actually feel there's a loophole, to be very honest, for her to even enter that kind of agreement. To me, that's
They were planning for the future.
what kind of future?
That's what the man said. Their finances.
The future is now, I beg.
The future of raising their children when they are 100 years old. I don't understand it.
You know where I had an issue with you? I was like, okay, so you plan your finances 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, how did you even get to 4? So I want to think that at 3, she probably thought, okay, I think I should have like 1.
Exactly.
And then she went off the pill because, according to the story, constant conversation with him will turn into an argument. And so, because she didn't want an argument, she went off the pill. And he noticed, the man is like a hawk. Ego is how he noticed for me. Like, he noticed a ring.
He has a plan now. She said it herself. He's being very logical in all
After
of this.
having 3, obviously, Naomi does not want extra 1. So it seemed like he planned it. It was thoroughly planned. So my question to you, Tolu, is how do you see these things and get the help? Like, how do you see these things and get out of it? More like, most people tend to see loopholes, but out of love. When do you take love out and start thinking?
When they use you as a means to an end. Yeah. Because it simply used her like as a means to, it doesn't love her in that sense. Because you wouldn't treat a woman you love in that way. Yeah, and his childhood lover, maybe they just wanted to like, let's garner some money and things like that, then fly out without even, I don't know.
I won't even be shocked if he has done something on that childhood lover's head.
No, some women, side chick, some women can be, I don't know.
They side chick give birth for 3.
Hello,
give birth to 3 kids.
I wouldn't really call her a side
that's
chick.
true.
Childhood
Something
lover. She
came
has
to
been
me
in the
now.
picture
No,
before the wife.
I'm talking about it in like the context of marriage. No, she's a side chick. She's the main woman. she's a baby mama. Yeah.
And the wife ought
Bringing
to have
up
even
babies.
known about her existence because
I don't
we're
know,
talking
like-
about a childhood lover here. So,
Oh, exactly. Maybe he plagued her.
so how did she stay in the picture and
his
she
school
had
daughter?
no idea?
Because I had this. No, to be honest, I had this particular scenario with a particular friend who I actually went in, like, fought for and everything, and on my love, the guy came back and they kept me in the middle.
So sorry about that. That's what usually happens.
Yeah, so, and this girl, her instincts were telling her, like, this, that, and she was always telling the guy, I'm not comfortable with this particular guy. Then, what do you think? And he showed me evidence, like, gave me the proof that he was actually planning to marry that school daughter, which actually broke the lady. And I don't even know where they are now because they later came back and, Tolu was the bad person and everything, so
I like that. Eddie John, I'm coming to you because you're a man. So at what point in time do you there's this thing that they say men know who they are going to marry.
yeah.
So at what point do you people know the woman that you want
Yes.
to marry and you still feel
Yes,
the
they
need to
do.
enjoy yourself?
Yes.
To be honest with you, I cannot answer that question.
Editor, you better talk. Because men are very decisive. They know what they want.
Yes.
They know it.
First of all, I believe everybody's different. So I'm not sure I can speak for all men, really.
You can speak for yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think this is something that you really write down some specifications on a stone tablet. These days we talk about spec and all of that. I don't think it's something that you really write on a stone tablet. I think it's what I call a this is it moment. You just get to a particular moment and you're like, yeah, this is it.
So that's what happens. Even
So-
when you're dating, you just
I want to be very honest. I want to add something. I feel that most people like dating right now, they're just more on your view, my view. Let's go to expensive restaurants. They won't be able to talk about deep-rooted issues like conflict resolution. What's the means of how many children do you want? How should we discipline our children? How should we invest financially?
Whose fault is that then?
No, both of them, to be honest. To be honest, yeah.
Which is one I want to take somebody out on. Can we go to a restaurant? Can we go somewhere else? Can we have a decent conversation?
Hi.
So sorry about that. I'm coming for my ladies and my babe, but really, we are always eating. Can we stop eating for a while and have a conversation?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what happens. I want to imagine that this woman had constantly seen this man had conversations with her, that she has seen the man as, this man is such a great man, such a safe person. No, because really, no. See, just like you said, if you're not eating, you're having conversations, you're talking. So this man would have come off as intelligent, as wise. He has spoken, he had broken it down. And this woman just felt trust and safety in this man. And so she decided that, we can do this.
Well, red flags are red for a reason, to be very honest. Red flags are
wrong. But you may have the inclination to stay with the wrong person, in the sense that you feel like, I don't have any other choice. Because I don't see how anybody who, has their wits about them, somebody will tell you to be on contraceptives for 6 years, and you accept.
That brings me to a particular story I also saw online. Now look at it this way. Look at these two stories and weigh it. This one, we're talking about somebody that wants to relocate. Now this one even signed out a whole death report, say that the wife is dead. Even like that's see, there are just some things you see and you just start thinking, because he has another child, which is lover. This one is not even child lover now, maybe side piece, because he cannot be chick. Piece, you are all pieces. Side piece. He has children with a side piece, so he signed a death warrant for his wife and says she's dead, so that they give him a visit. This one, she's not even gonna. She just went there and told them that she's alive, she's not dead, and they just revoked the visa. And the man's like, I don't even want to know what happened to him. So you can imagine these women. This is not a case of boyfriend and girlfriend. Boyfriend and girlfriend, you can just break up and say, okay, he messed up. This is husband and wife. I'm telling you that when people sit down, okay, look at when you plan to get married to somebody, you have deep conversations with them about how you envisage your life should be, the visions that you see. You both bring your visions.
Not everybody does that.
You're only the one that like to eat, and you just go there to be eating. You don't talk. This woman had probably had great conversations with this man. I'm telling you that any woman that would take contraceptives like that for 6 years and open the joint account with you and be putting money. Believe that man hit her to that. Nah. She was in love. She was in love. So at what point do we say, remove the blindfold? This is not love. At what point do we say, take it out? Because this woman would probably have not told her friends about it. Her friends would have probably told her, babe, you're messing up. No, this is not it. But maybe she comes from that era of when you're married, we know are very logical. You can't have this conversation with everybody. At what point do you start having this conversation with people? At what point do the people in marriages that feel this kind of pain start speaking up?
Well, like she said, but the requests do not make sense, if you ask me.
Actually,
you don't make that kind of request to somebody you deeply care about to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's poor judgment on her part.
And there's another thing lacking, maybe lack of mentorship. You can't, to be honest, mentors are like guardians, like they want to guide, like, okay, so let me quote, but then be our followers in that sense. Yeah, so if you do not have, for instance, meeting his authorities, doors that can call him to offer, not just getting married to a particular man, you don't know who he can, because a man should be able to submit to someone. True. Not just, because if he does not, if it's just this kind of people, Jesus is my mentor, that's a flag. Jesus is your mentor, how?
It's not ready to wine food.
But that would have been a better, way to go meet not his parents, in that sense.
And we're not talking about the fact that his family was complicit in all of this.
Actually,
100%.
Feels like they're an accomplice.
100%. I know we had this argument when we first told the story, when it sprang out. My friends were conversing on it, and somebody said, his family might not know. I said, sorry. they don't know what. Are you playing?
But the person
his mother would have been disturbing him for grandchildren.
But the person who eventually blew the whistle was his own sister.
Yeah.
Did she not know? She did not know since. Why did she blow the whistle?
So I don't think it was only the sister who even knew about this.
I think the entire family.
Yes, because this question should have come up. What's happening, guys? 6 years, nothing.
So the family were aware.
That is where she probably would have had the platform to express herself to her, to the extended family.
Yeah.
That this guy is making me take pill. And okay, since it's an internal matter, it's really not something I would want to discuss with my in-laws.
The man seems like a very authoritative person. He seems like a manipulator. And when you are dealing with a narcissist, these are all narcissistic behaviors. When you're dealing with people like that, see, they will blind everywhere.
Yeah.
You cannot talk to anybody. And if you have ever dealt with one, they will not let you talk to anybody. In fact, you speaking to people is if you have done something bad.
Yeah.
You would think that the ground to open up and swallow you like you have killed somebody. It will seem like that for you. If you're dealing, this man seems to me like a narcissist. You know, because how could she not have had this conversation with anybody that I've been keeping myself for 6 years on pills? And
yeah, I wonder what she could have said maybe when her friends asked her about her children. What was she saying?
Something. No, we know we women are very emotional. She
covered up.
That's what we do. You wouldn't ask her.
So you actually almost admit, because I want to use almost admit barrenness, because when you're unable to take in for that long, people begin to see you differently. So she was willing to take that level of stigma.
It was love. You don't know what love does. You know, they used to say love is blind, but I think that love wears glasses.
Marriage is eye opener, to be honest.
But
this one did not open her eyes.
But even according to the story that she has the passports and some vital documents now, I'm thinking about this whole situation, and even that, how does it help her move on? Because someone like that, I feel like, is almost damaged for life, in the sense that even, you know, I said earlier that because she doesn't have children, at least because sometimes, not even sometimes, whenever parents separate, the real casualties there are the children. So it's easier for her to move on from this. But then again,
it's not so easy.
Someone who has been damaged in this manner, how does she even move on?
Okay, so guys, we're still talking about a story. So I want you to call us on 091-337-34592. 091-337-34592. Please call us in. Let us talk about this matter together. Please. I want to hear from you, because my body they hurts. I want to hear from you. I want you to tell me what this woman should do. Because when I first read the story, you know, I listened to it on three different people talk about it. And then I saw the story. I said, and you're asking, what should you do? Men used to say, in 365 days, fear women. Say lie. Fear men. Remove women. Fear men.
Yeah, but we've seen men on the wrong end of this type of scams before. So, I mean, I don't think
we have seen what?
We've seen men suffer, you know, similar.
But another thing again is the first thing, putting her, should I say, this thing on the joint account so that it doesn't withdraw any money.
See, sorry. When you first clear that joint account, to play.
I think they need the signature of both parties.
No.
Really?
No. If you have both signatories to the account,
anybody can
withdraw.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. See, it's like, I want to imagine that woman is probably 30. She married at 30. So that's 36. You said the dating pool now is not very great for everybody. I'll first sit down and think of my future. But trust me, I won't even come at you. If I'm being honest, I won't come and fight Gidigbo. No, we won't even fight. We will not argue.
Service food hot.
You will know that Jesus Christ is Lord.
But
I'm
thinking she probably would have married early, because anybody who marries at 30 will
married early or not, 6 years is a lot.
She was going to meet him and says that she's probably not like in her prime.
6 years is a lot.
Maybe 30. Maybe she's like 33. I want to imagine she's 33. You know, do you want to? He planned to relocate. You don't understand. With his 3 children, 3. I want to imagine that while they were dating, he has given birth to like 2. When they now got married, he now gave birth to another one. Do you know you can sue him? If you are watching this program, you can actually sue him.
Yeah.
Yes. She can sue him for everything that he's worth. Because my body is hot.
Assuming he's worth much to begin with.
I said that joint account first.
But that might even be like a long route to go, you know. Just like what you said, Claire, if the house is, maybe they bought it, sell the house, you know. This thing, before you know, like serve him well, treat him well, do everything you're doing well, you know, and everything. But before you know, oh Lord, you know.
Your mama will say,
how does all of this help her to manage the emotional trauma that comes out.
She will go see a therapist.
She will see that trauma. My God's grace, my sister, we will manage. We will join you in
Oh.
prayers. We will manage it. But see, there's some people that you don't wait for court judgments before you deal with it. This is the case.
Yeah, because some court judgments
I
can
don't
go
say she
for
should
years.
kill him. Oh. No.
No.
Committing murder is an offense. Remove it. But there are people that you deal with without judgment. Now we have one from last one Valentine. It says, "Fear all human beings in this world." Yes, fear us all. We are dangerous. Well, honestly, it's an apology to even think that she condoned that. How do you have it when someone tells you don't give birth for 6 years and he puts you on the pill? See, the first thing that irked me was the fact that when she went off the pill, he knew.
Like how?
How? Like how did you know? So he was watching her, like steady. Maybe probably. I'm just assuming that when she went off the pill, she just changed somehow and just like this woman has plans.
And see, contraceptives actually does a lot too, based on what I've garnered. Does a lot to the body of a woman.
Yes. It can be quite harmful to some.
Quite harmful.
So checking it over the course of 6 years.
Yes.
And
then she now goes off it for a while because she just wants to have like maybe a child, just one. But what I just think is the marriage was a sham from the onset.
actually, yeah.
It was pre-planned.
There was
He
not
knew
even
what he
marriage.
wanted to do.
That's how it feels.
Yeah, of course.
He knew what he wanted
Yeah.
to do. He had it all planned and all figured out with his childhood lover.
Yeah.
And the family were in it.
But then again, I've been thinking about this. Why didn't he just marry his childhood lover and
Maybe he didn't have the means
Money.
to. Money.
Money, ego. Ego, owo, money, cha-cha. Because that's the only reason why he will open a joint account with the
Yeah.
woman. I say you be putting in, I'll be putting in. It's money. You don't get. It was from that
But
woman's
if
money.
if she was the major contributor to the account, that also would have been a flag. Come on, over the course of 6 years.
Do you think there's some women that really
Some women
do
would
that
still
they don't mind?
They don't mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's some women that really do. They don't mind. No, see, there are great people out there.
Then
that
if she
don't
had
mind doing this thing.
if she had enough money to make those contributions, it means that she wasn't exactly poor. So why not have children and train them with her own money?
That's another angle. I like that angle. Why not have money and then train your children with that money? That's a very
Instead of waiting.
But probably
I don't
the
see
man-
any advantage to waiting to
but
have
probably
children.
the man, like I said, he's a
Manipulate.
narcissist.
Yeah.
That ego. No, I'm the man. You cannot feed me. You cannot tend to my home. I'm the man. So when that comes in, what should she have done?
But Margaret, sorry, there's an issue. There's an underlying issue as well. Because, I said it earlier that red flags are always red. An authoritative you can't subdue a woman. It's supposed to be a partnership. Marriage is kingdom. Partnership. Like, it shouldn't be like enforcing, like, Lion of Judah. No. It should be someone that your best friend.
That you can have a
Someone you can have a
But-
conversation
but
But
with
do
that
you believe that
listens to
people
you.
change?
Yeah.
Do you know that people change? For instance, I think when I was 16, 17, when all those small boys want to woo you, they will look for those things that you love the most.
Actually.
And they will try to woo you with it. So imagine this man, when he was chasing this woman, probably he was sounding correct. He came correct. He said, no. He said all the right things. Let me tell you, it happens. I have dealt with people like this. It happens. I promise you. They will follow you up for 2 years. I know of one that followed the sister to church. Like he went for Bible study, fit clinic, everything. Because he said this lady wants a church boy. Take it, that's the word. He did it right. He came correct. But the moment he was able to, he moved. So I'm telling you that he must have said all the right things to this woman, and she must have thought, man, I found my missing rib, the bone of my bone.
And when he started changing, should have, prompted you to start thinking.
But you see, in this world that we live in, it's not easy for women to just move out.
Actually.
I've said it now that
You know.
it was a function of the fact that she was desperate.
Yeah.
There was an element of desperate, because there are certain demands people make of you, and it's only logical for you to question it, like, why? She didn't ask the question why. And the only thing I can think of, she was just desperate in some way, and that marriage for her would have been, something she couldn't lose.
I just want to imagine that her parents were actually putting pressure on her, and that was the reason why she was like, no, I think I should have a child like now. And the man still says no. Because I want to ask where her parents are. I mean, if a child heirs, parents are there to put you on hold. So I want to wonder where her parents were at this time, where she was going through this. Because, I mean, parents will start asking questions. What's happening? What's going on? Are you willing to wait? It's like a waiting. And you know that most parents will not pry so much.
Yeah.
Once you just tell them, my husband was talking about it, they won't cry. They'll let you live your life. They've lived theirs. So they want you to live.
But I don't think she would have told her parents the truth.
That's what I'm saying.
Because no parent would stand for that.
True.
So that's what I'm saying. The parents probably did not pry so much because she just told them, my husband has had a conversation and we just want, this just what we want. That could have been it. So I think it just begs the question of self-worth.
Actually.
You know?
Yeah.
If you love yourself so much and you think highly of yourself, somebody cannot treat you like that. It's too much.
In addition, if you know who and whose you are, trust me, you'll go back to your source even before ever saying yes to a man. Because you have to even be sensitive to... Marriage is a lifelong, it's a forever journey. You can't be doing in and out, no divorce. Like, I'm saying it in quotes, in that sense, yeah. So before you even take that step of faith, because it's actually risky, to be honest, yeah, so you have to invest time in praying. Yes, you have to be sensitive to know that, okay, is this a good one? Because even the devil will not come to you as someone that is ugly. He will come to you as a very beautiful, radiant person. Yes. So.
Yes, I quite agree with you on that one. And that's what I think happened. You know, I said it.
Yeah.
I said the husband probably spoke to her in the sweetest manner. And she just thought, I found my missing rib. This is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh, in whom I am well pleased. That's probably what happened. And then along the line, she gets into the marriage and she sees it as, I can't just leave. Regardless of what he's saying, I can't just leave. I need to adjust. I need to adapt to whatever he's saying. And that's what must have happened to her.
Okay, Margaret, I know I'm not anchoring here, but I want to ask you a question. Would you not know when someone is trying to manipulate you?
No, sometimes, man, you wouldn't know.
So
sometimes you wouldn't.
You know, there are times that you know, and there are times that you don't even know why.
You'll be, yeah.
If you are... First,
it's until when you are out or something happens, your
high
narcissist.
I'm not sure.
You have not. Trust me, you have not dealt with a narcissist. A narcissist, when a narcissist manipulates you, they will not even make you feel like they are the ones manipulating you. They will make you think that you are the one manipulating
and they are the victims. Yeah.
You will always be a victim and they the what? I mean, they will always be the victim and you the villain. Don't even go there. So this don't you know when somebody manipulates you? Yeah, don't even go there. Because there are some people that I don't know what the school of thought they came for. I don't know how they schooled them, but this is what they do.
Yeah.
They cage you. It is the way they want you to be that you will be.
Because when you say she probably was around 30.
I'm assuming, I don't know.
And I almost want to assume if she was that naive, probably was maybe in her early 20s, someone who got married early. There's also that possibility because you get to a certain stage and there are certain things you should see coming a mile away.
At a certain age, you should think that you know certain things.
But at that stage, I'm wanting to use her as a means to one hand.
Come again?
At that stage, like maybe early 20s, I'm wanting to use her as a means to one hand.
Yeah, it may have also given him the cover, should I say, the moral justification that, oh, I'm going to leave her in a few years. She's still going to be young enough to start something else.
Oh my God. If that's actually the case, I'm so sorry, ma. Like, if that's the case, because that's another angle, really. If that's the case that she's quite young, and so it's enough for him to do that kind of thing to her and say that, yes, she will move on. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Like, this
whole thing,
I don't know.
He was the only one who saw the end from the beginning.
Obviously, he saw the end from the beginning. And so, whilst we wrap up the show, Tolu, your last words on what you think the woman should do.
I feel that man should be arrested.
Okay.
Yeah.
She feels she should be arrested. And you?
Of course, the course of the law will ultimately run its course. But my more immediate concern is, how does she move on from this? And I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't
And so I
know.
won't even put something like going forward. I feel that younger ladies should take precautionary measures before even going into marriage. Like, don't just go to luxurious like restaurant or vacations and just be doing your view, my view, snapping pictures everywhere. It's not you and the whole world that will be in that marriage. It's you and your man. Oh.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much, Tolu. So, I would just say this: women, please know your worth.
Yeah.
Please know your worth. I mean, I think there's no two ways to say. There are no two ways rather to say this. Please know your worth, and that's just it. Please know your worth. I mean, nobody's worth treating you like this.
Actually,
Nobody. And please, just like she said, please take precautionary measures. These are things that, of course, you don't see it coming. You're not Jesus Christ. You can't see it. But if you take measures, you know what and what not to do. And that is it from us today on The Lounge. My name is Margaret Ostazua. Thank you so much, Tolu, for joining us. And thank you so much, Eddie Deering, for joining us.
yeah.
Please subscribe, follow us on all our social media platforms. Till next week, bye for now.